Hey, what's up everyone, Kewbix here, and welcome back to a brand new video. So in this video, I'm going to be going over what, in my opinion, are the greatest flagship 3x3s for every price point. Alright, so I've categorized 10 different 3x3s into 6 price categories. To start off, we have anything under $10. Next, we will move up to the $11 to $20 range, followed by $21 to $30, $31 to $40, $41 to $50, and to finish it off we have the final category for anything exceeding a $50 price tag. Anyways guys, with all of that out of the way, let's just get right into this comparison. So we will begin with the 3x3s that you can purchase for a sweet price of under $10 from teamcubicle.com. Even less if you use code Kewbix at checkout. I scavenged through my collection for the perfect cube that would fit this category, and I came across not one, but two cubes that I could just not choose between. So I chose both. Not because they both had the same exact outstanding performance, but because one was way cheaper than the other while still being capable of possibly being more main-worthy. Anyways, to get to the point, these two lucky contestants are the Maylong M 3x3 and the RS3M 2020. The Maylong M comes in at a price of $5.99 on the Cubicle, and it is absolutely incredible for its small price tag, hence why Olivia Kleiner still uses this cheapest magnetic 3x3 as her main. You can buy this cube in either black or stickerless plastic. It weighs 72 grams, has medium strength magnets, and is approximately 56 millimeters in all three dimensions. While the price is very low, this cube performs outstandingly. It is very controllable turning, and each turn is very smooth, buttery, and stable. Finger tricks flow smoothly for the most part, but every so often when the cube needs to reverse corner cut in certain tricky algorithms, some finger tricks may feel slightly limited. Other than these fairly rare occasions, however, this cube scarcely catches, and it all in all just feels very controllable and reliable during solves. This 3x3 is not too fast, but it certainly is not slow either. It handles all types of loops very well, and to be completely honest, the only minor concerns I have is that the frosted plastic may feel a little bit slippery for some, and that this cube lacks other special customization options. Overall though, this incredible 3x3 definitely exceeds expectations for its small price of only $6. You may already be thinking, well, I might as well just get this cube then if it's that insane for such a small price. But now is when I step in to tell you that it only gets better from here. As a matter of fact, this next cube I'm going to show you is basically the exact same as the Maylong, except it is far lighter and more free turning. This is the Moyu RS 3M 2020. This cube is said, even by some world-class speed cubers, to be one of the greatest 3x3s of all time. To make things even better though, this 3x3 is only $8.99 on the Cubicle. I personally used this cube as my main for quite a while, but it eventually got passed by a cube that I will introduce later in this video. Other specs include its weight of 86 grams, which may be slightly heavy for some cubers, its size of 56 millimeters, which is the same as the Maylong, its medium strength magnets, and it comes in both black and stickerless plastic. Anyways, like I said before, this cube has incredible light and free turning. It is slightly faster than the Maylong, but it can be easily slowed down by lube if the user prefers it that way. I personally love how the cube feels out of the box, except I just add a couple of drops of lubrical silk to get rid of the fairly dry turning. Finger tricks are very easy on this cube, and the buttery, fast, and loose turning allows for incredible corner cutting. This 3x3 also features Moyu's famous dual adjustment system, where you use this tiny tool to customize the spring tensions. You turn it counterclockwise, and there are 8 to 9 settings. Because of the easier turning and better customization options, I prefer this cube over the Maylong M, even if it is only $3 more. Well, that does it with the first category. Now we will move on to the $11 to $20 group. And as you can see, I've only chosen one cube for this category. This is the Dianguang V4M, and it could potentially be classified as one of the most controversial 3x3s of all time. This cube comes in at a price of $14.99. It can be bought in either black or stickerless plastic. It weighs a whopping 65.5 grams only, is 56 millimeters in all dimensions, and comes with slightly stronger magnets. While this cube turns incredibly smooth and fast, I would advise that you only purchase this cube at your own risk. This 3x3 would be one of my favorite cubes of all time, especially for its super controllable turning and insane finger trick ability, but I unfortunately do not recommend this cube to all of you watching this video because the center pieces are oh so fragile. There have been loads of complaints about this cube, and so many people have needed repairs, all because of Diane's poor centerpiece durability on this cube. They snap very easily, and for this reason, I am scared to even speed solve on it anymore. So because of this and the fact that there are no customization options aside from the simple screw, I cannot recommend this cube for its price of $15. Anyways, we'll now move on to the third category, the $21 to $30 range. And here we actually have 3 cubes. I could not choose which one to use for this video, so as you know, I picked all of them again. So we have the Xman Tornado V2, the Tanyan V1M, and the Weilong WRM 2021. 2 of these cubes are very new releases, so I will save them for last. Anyways, for now, here's the Tanyan V1M 3x3. This cube is without a doubt the simplest of the 3 due to its incredibly light magnets, normal glossy plastic, a size of 55mm all around, a weight of 77.3 grams, and absolutely zero customization options. Well, aside from the normal screw, that is. Because of this, there is not that much to say about this cube, other than it costs $25.99 on teamcubicle.com, and you can buy it in either black, stickerless, primary, or white plastic. Anyways, moving on to the performance, this cube has insanely plush turning, almost like a marshmallow. It has incredibly soft, smooth, and buttery turning, and the corner cutting is out of this world. The glossy plastic gives it good grip, but it also attracts smears and smudges quite frequently. That's basically all I have to say about this cube, except I will note that this cube may be a little unstable due to its super flexible springs. And this is the Xman Tornado V2. It costs $24.99, comes in stickerless plastic only, weighs 72 grams, is 55mm, has adjustable edge magnets with 5 settings, has adjustable springs with 5 settings, and has 5 screw tension adjustability options. The cube has a few unique tools for all of these customization options, and they can be switched out and used fairly easily. To be honest, this cube has some of the most involved customization settings, while still being one of the easiest to handle and navigate. The unboxing experience is also very premium and luxurious. The cube has a red color theme, and the entire box is super nice. Some of the accessories include a premium leather cube bag, a high quality microfiber cloth, and a tension compression screwdriver with all sorts of unique options. Moving on to turning, this cube was very buttery and fluid out of the box. This would have been absolutely incredible had it not been for the speed, which was found to be out of hand. Even after applying heavier lube to the core and pieces, this 3x3 still speeds up again after only a short amount of time. This makes the cube very uncontrollable. However, the middle turns are still surprisingly good and they stand out quite a bit in this cube. If you are willing to use up a lot of lube, then I would definitely recommend this cube for its fairly low and competitive price tag. Now for the final cube in this category, we have the newly released Weilong WRM 2021 3x3 from Moyu. I recently made a mega comparison featuring this cube as well as every other Weilong cube, so I will not go too deep into it. If you want to learn more about this though, you can definitely watch my other video about it. For the more simple and relevant information, this cube comes in at a price of $26.99 on the Cubicle. It weighs 78 grams, is 55mm, comes in slightly frosted stickerless plastic, has a simple screw to adjust tensions, has Moyu's classic dual adjustment system, which I went further into earlier, and finally, something that Moyu has recently including in their new cubes, adjustable magnets with 5 settings. The box is a little over excessive, and the cube comes with a lot of accessories, so if you do not wish for extra random springs or a big fancy box, you can get the light version of this cube for only $23. In case you're wondering, that is the option that I personally chose. Anyways, this cube turns very fluidly and smoothly, it's not too fast, it handles all types of lubes very well, and it is super controllable and finger trickable. I personally keep my cube on the 3rd spring setting and the 3rd magnet setting. In this rare instance, setting 1 is actually the strongest setting for some reason. Right out of the box, the cube was slightly slow and dry, but it sped up quickly soon after. The only small problems I have with this cube is its not so incredible corner cutting, very similar to the Tornado V2, and that one of my corner piece caps keeps having the tendency to slip off. Overall, I will leave the decision for you to make, whether or not you should choose this over the Tornado. They are both very good cubes and have lots of customization options. We can forget about the Tanyan though, due to its lack of customization options and outdatedness. Moving on to the next category involving the $31 to $40 range, there is honestly not much to say about these cubes. They are both predecessors to the WRM 2021, as they are just the WRM 2019 and 2020 versions. I also included these in my mega comparison video, so you can definitely go check that out after this one. I personally do not recommend these cubes over the WRM 2021 though, and in a moment you will surely see why. The 2019 version is 55.5mm, so slightly larger than the 2020 and 2021 versions. It is also 90 grams, which is way heavier than the 2 newest versions. And the one good thing about the 2019 version, other than its great performance, is its very glossy plastic. The WRM 2020 has frosted plastic like the 2021, On the insides, both the 2019 and 2020 versions have Moyu's classic dual adjustment system, but other than that, there are no customization options with the screw, besides using a normal screwdriver, and the magnets are not adjustable either. This is fine though, because they are already my preferred strength, medium light. That is pretty much all you need to know about these two cubes, because other than the non-adjustable magnets, these cubes are almost identical to the 2021 version. All in all, I do not recommend either of those cubes over the WRM 2021, because why would you pay way more for a cube that offers way fewer features than the newer and cheaper cube? In our second to last category, I've picked only one cube that ranges from $40 to $50. This is the Valk Elite M, and it comes in at a price of $44.99 on teamcubicle.com, weighs 76 grams, is 55.5 millimeters, comes in both black and stickerless plastic, and comes with loads of extra accessories. Some of these accessories are a beautiful plastic cube box, 2 additional swappable spring sets, red equals strong and green equals weak, and 2 additional center cap sets, as this 3x3 is the first cube to ever include edge to center magnets, giving the cube 96 total magnets unless you use the magnetless caps. There is also a pristine cleaning cloth, extra logos, and cool stickers as well. Before I get into the turning, I'm going to say straight up that this cube is not worth $45 in my opinion. It may have a lot of options, but in my opinion, edge to center magnets help very little if at all, and I always find myself going back to the magnetless center caps anyways. Also, Moyu's dual adjustment system makes changing spring settings far easier, rather than swapping out all of the springs like you would have to do on the Valk Elite. Aside from these almost useless customization options, you have the cube itself, which does not even perform that well, let alone compared to the newer releases in 2021. The corner to edge magnets are very strong, the turning is fairly catchy, and the corners twist very easily. The corner cutting isn't great either, and the center magnets kinda make the cube feel a bit weird. So I definitely do not recommend this cube over something like the WRM 2021 or the Tornado V2M, 2 newly released 3x3s of 2021. Finally, we have reached the last category, and that is the $50 plus range. There's only one flagship 3x3 that I have picked for this category, and that is the GAN 11M Pro. This cube is absolutely phenomenal, but it comes in at a hefty price of $64.99. Some other specs include its availability in black, stickerless, and primary plastic. It weighs only 63 grams, it is 56 millimeters all around, it comes in soft, UV, frosted, or normal plastic, it includes a nice GAN cube bag, classic GAN CFOP pamphlet, spare GES nuts with adjustment tool, extra magnets in a small case, screwdriver, GAN VIP card, adjustable corner magnets with 3 settings, replaceable corner core magnets, GAN's first ever, GAN's dual adjustment system with 6 different elasticity settings, and a tension by hand screw-like feature with 3 settings. Not only does this cube come with so many incredible features and accessories, but it also performs very well too. The corner to core magnets give this cube very controllable turning, but also add a new type of catching. These are pretty rare however. The cube also clicks very easily into place with the magnets and has very satisfying turning. These turns are very fluid and finger tricks are incredibly easy. The corner cutting is also pretty good, but the only slight issue I have to face with this cube, like the Valk Elite M, is its natural tendency to corner cut fairly easily. So now the time has come. Which flagship 3x3 do I recommend to you guys? Personally for me, it all comes down to the GAN 11M Pro versus the Weilong WRM 2021, since I already have both of these cubes. I regularly use both of them, and I honestly could not tell you which one I prefer. However, if you have neither of these cubes, and it must come down to you spending your money on one of them, I would let you choose for yourself whether or not you want to spend only $27 versus $65 on a cube that performs nearly the same. The GAN does come with more options, but the WRM 2021 is far cheaper. So again, out of those 2 cubes, I will let you choose for yourself how much you would rather spend. So now I'll pass the question off to you guys. Which one will you buy? And if you already have all of them, which cube do you prefer? Leave a comment down below and I will be sure to respond. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I spent many long hours on making it as high quality as possible, so I really hope you guys enjoyed it to the utmost fullest. Let me know what you thought in the comment section down below. I love to read all your inspiring words. Links to all of these cubes will be down in the description below, so if you want to check them out, make sure to use code Kewbix at checkout on teamcubicle.com to save 5% off your entire order. Anyways, I will see you all in the next video. Peace.